Hello, I will present about the ENACT project and the research conducted with this project. The ENACT project is an educational program developed for science and engineering college students who will become experts in future science, technology, and engineering fields. The purpose of this project is to take an interest in social issues related to science and technology in order to cultivate social responsibility and contribute to sustainable society. Through ENACT project, we conducted research on the topic Environmentally Friendly E-Waste Disposal Plan, focusing on the case of Agborgbloshie, Ghana. My name is Bomin Sohn, and I'll present how we conducted our research through ENACT project. Before going deeply into our research, I'll briefly take a look at the steps of ENACT project. ENACT project is a SSI education, which means socio-scientific issues education, and it goes through 5 steps. First step is to find scientific and technological issues. Second step is to explore and navigate the certain issue chosen in the first step. Third step is to predict future situation and anticipate consequences. Fourth step is to solve scientific, technological, and engineering issue. Last step is to take action of the solution. As you can see in this slide, each step means one alphabet character of ENACT. Now let's take a look at how we conducted our research through this ENACT project. For the first step, we found and listed various scientific and technological issues. 3 of the most proeminent issues we discussed were, first, air pollution problem from coal burning in China. Second, the environmental and health problem due to Ghana's e-waste. Third, rapid increase of corona infection in refugee camps. We started to be most interested in Ghana's e-waste because we found out that it was one of the most serious environmental problems in the world. In fact, in 2013, the Blacksmith Institute of the United States and the Swiss Green Cross announced that Ghana Agborgbloshie was one of the world's top 10 polluted regions. For the second step of ENACT project, we conducted a literature survey to learn more about Ghana's e-waste issue. We found out that developed countries were largely responsible for the e-waste environmental problem in Ghana. Under the 1092 Basel International Convention, developed countries, including EU, agreed that they would not dump waste indiscriminately to developing countries. However, according to a 2009 report on electronic waste in Ghana, more than 85% of electronic goods imported into Ghana came from EU, including countries such as UK, France, and Germany. We felt ethical issue consciousness about the environmental damage of Ghana and became more interested into solving environmental problem in Ghana. Also, we found out that adults who eat Agborgbloshie eggs consume 220 times more dioxin and 4 times more fully chlorinated biphenyl than European food recommendations. Through this second step, we were able to think about various stakeholders in relation to the issue, such as Ghana's residents, e-waste traders, and developed countries. We also realized that various stakeholders are intricately intertwined. In the second step of ENACT project, in order to better understand and express the relationship between stakeholders, we drew a stakeholder map. By expressing and connecting the relationships between stakeholders of e-waste pollution problem in Ghana, I was able to check relationships that were not recognized when simply listing important people or writing them down. After drawing the stakeholder map, I marked some parts of the map that we can solve or need to be solved. By drawing the stakeholder map, I thought about the relationship of main stakeholders, such as Ghana residents and environment, or the relationship between developing and developed countries. Next is the third step of ENACT project, anticipating consequences of the issue. We drew a futures wheel to brainstorm the influences and consequences of e-waste problem in Ghana. Futures wheel is a method of visualization to think about future consequences of certain issue, which was invented by Gerald. And then we wrote down the future scenarios based on the futures wheel. The first main scenario was about if there's no effort to solve e-waste problem in Ghana, and the second scenario was if there are solutions for the e-waste problem. We compared the two future scenarios and thought about what we have to do for a better and eco-friendly future. Thinking about the better future to solve the e-waste problem, we came up with various solution ideas using post-its. The fourth step of ENACT project is to come up with solution based on exploration and understanding of the issues done in the previous 3 steps. On the last part of the third step, we came up with various ideas using mind map. Among those various ideas, we discussed them with advisor professors and specified our ideas into 4 main solutions. The 4 main solutions are: first, RDF process; second, incinerator; third, metal separation using gravity force difference; fourth, component separation using centrifugal force. To choose the best of these 4 solutions, we used ALU method, which stands for advantage, limitation, and unique qualities. We used visibility, ripple, awareness of problem possibility, and interdisciplinary as our ALU evaluation criteria. By using ALU, we narrowed our solutions into RDF and incineration, and then developed our solutions into EWMP. Thus, for the solution, we came up with e-waste management process, which takes 3 steps: first, sorting; second, RDF process; and third, incineration. Also, our study was conducted under the assumption that cell phones and washing machines devices compose electronic waste existing in Ghana. It is because the main e-waste instrument were cell phones and washing machines. After seeing the overall diagram of EWMP, now let's take a detailed look at each step. First step of EWMP is sorting. The reason why this step is manually performed is that each device has a different complicated structure that requires delicate separation rather than machinery process. It is the local people who used to dispose waste in Agborgbloshie city. There are 2 advantages to using local resident skill. First, local workers have sufficient screening skills and do not need to separate technical training. Secondly, the local economy can be revitalized by allowing residents to participate in this process. The difference from the formal manual separation work is the use of safety education and safety equipment, and that we provide specific guidelines. The existing separation process has been carried out with bare hands, with the toxic substances of the metal penetrating the human body through the skin. For example, dioxide, lead, and cadmium released from waste would cause not only skin diseases, but also fatal chronic diseases. In addition, smoke from incineration worsens their respiratory health. Thus, we felt the need for the introduction of protective equipment and proper education for workers before screening. Guidelines have been prepared based on our experiment in order to facilitate workers' understanding of the above steps. The ultimate purpose of the guidelines is to ensure that residents actively understand and participate in this screening process. To wrap up the first step, we provide guidelines for workers in Ghana to dismantle the used electronic products. After dismantling, the workers can sort the electronic components into valuable metals, plastic, and etc. Workers can sell the valuable metals and earn profits. The second step of EWMP is to process plastic of e-waste through RDF. RDF can be made in various shapes of standard products and also can contribute to economy by reselling it. In addition, air pollution can be reduced due to the low concentration of hydrogen and dioxide by screening out large products and adding pollination. Existing RDF devices need to go through a drying process at first, but we simplify the process steps by deleting the drying process considering the characteristic of e-waste. Thus, our RDF process was simplified into first shredding and second pelletizing stage. Last step of EWMP is to process remaining parts of e-waste, excluding valuable metals and plastics, through incinerator. Among many incinerators, we considered a total of 4 types of incinerators. Then we summarize the advantages and disadvantages of each type into a table. By comparing the advantages and disadvantages, we chose Stocker incinerator for our EWMP. Thus, in ENACT project step number 4, I reviewed each step of EWMP, which is a solution for Ghana's e-waste problem. After coming up with EWMP, we selected where we should place EWMP. We chose North E-waste area as the site of the process because it was not near the area of residence and had the Oda River and Hansan Road nearby, making it easier for transportation. We plan to carry out each process of EWMP in the North E-waste area, as shown in the PPT slides. In ENACT project step number 4, after proposing our solution for Ghana's e-waste problem, we evaluated economic feasibility and environmental effects. For the economic feasibility evaluation, calculation result was that our EWMP process will be able to turn from deficit to surplus in 3 years. We calculated the amount processed by incinerators and RDF each year on the 3-year basis. As a result, the introduction of EWMP was able to dispose of all e-waste in Agborgbloshie within 17 years. Additionally, we propose to amend the Basel Convention. Due to our e-waste management process, EWMP, Ghana's e-waste environmental problem may be solved, and moreover, EWMP expects to contribute to SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, number 12, responsible consumption and production. Lastly, for the 5th step of ENACT project, we shared the seriousness of Ghana's e-waste problem and the solutions we suggested on SNS. We posted it on Naver blog, and a total of 1,153 people saw the post. Also, we shared our research in ICEAS conference. The final stage of the project, social action, was completed by sharing the results with many other people. Also, we are now currently preparing for the paper submission. Thank you for listening my speech.